She's serious.
Well, I'll tell you, it won't make a difference at all, Jake, and that is for Donald Trump to be the ringleader of and invite all his clowns to a place like the Bronx. New York will never, ever support Donald Trump for president. We know him better than anyone, and that means we understand what he's all about is just for himself. So this state will go solidly behind Joe Biden for president, as it has in the past. So he wants to spend his time doing these made-up fake rallies and pretending they're support here. Be my guest, because while you're doing that, Donald Trump, Joe Biden's out there on the other side making sure he's delivering for all Americans. And so go ahead, spend all your time you want in New York, because we'll be with Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's out there winning over the rest of the battleground states.
She said this with a straight face, as if it is the reality. So those people who went to the rally where Donald Trump was in the Bronx, oh, they are clowns. They are clowns, because they're going to support, New York is going to support Joe Biden no matter what. Boy, I'm telling you, these people are out of control with their narrative. But however, when you listen to the perspective of the people, you're hearing something different all over again.
What's your name, man?
Lou Valentino. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Nice hat, nice shirt.
Where's the camera?
Right there.
How y'all doing, man? It's good to see y'all.
That's what you want to do. You just wanted to smile in front of the camera like that.
I love that. I love them. They know I love them.
So your thoughts about this whole thing?
My thoughts are that the pressure is on. If you could see, I don't know, the line to get in here right now, it's like an hour plus long. And there's a lot of people coming out here. And it looks like, it just looks so diverse. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. It's just defeating every narrative there is. And Democrats are about to have a hard time in November, because now New Yorkers are probably going to wake up and start asking, who are the politicians representing me? And I think this is not about Trump. This is about the strategy of Trump coming here, putting pressure on them. And Democrats, they've been getting our vote for so long, man, for so long, for years, decades. What has changed? Poverty, not that many jobs out here. It's a struggle, so I'd like to see Republicans step it up, invest in the RNC here, start reaching out, making a difference. There is many ways and many organizations that do not get the recognition out here to stop gang violence, to support those. But I just don't see Republicans here, but I definitely don't see Democrats doing anything. So I think Trump coming here, that's why he's an anomaly.
Great remark. But I'll tell you what, I've subscribed to this guy's YouTube channel. He is balanced. I've seen him grow also, and his perspective has changed over the years. And I remember when he got demonetized, Lou Valentino. So, yeah, that's a fact. The narrative is changing. Okay, so the people, the blacks, the Hispanic, they are leaving the Democrat plantation. They are no longer, they are not willing to remain mentally slaved to that institution anymore. They are willing to do things differently. They want to be free thinkers now. And I don't think the Dems can handle this reality. This is why you're calling them clowns. This is why you're saying we're going to vote blue no matter who. Well, that's not the case anymore. There goes an ad that has gone viral also on X, formerly known as Twitter. Oh, man, I love it.
This is the place that every one of us here today has been proud to call our home, our town, our city. And we are the ones who are going to make our city great again. I believe that we can win New York State. It's hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. There is nothing we cannot do and no height we cannot achieve. Together we will make America powerful again. We will make America great again. Thank you, Bronx. Thank you, New York. We love you. Thank you.
By the way, that's not fake news.
Come on, man.
that's real news. That's not fake news. That's happening in reality, my friend. What do you do with this? Do you call them all clowns?
And invite all his clowns to a place like the Bronx.
Right? Are you saying they can't think for themselves? They can't love their country? They cannot have a perspective that is different than what has been set up for them? Is that what you're saying?
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
No.
Vote for Joe Biden, or you ain't black.
I hope not. Listen, I got some more for you. Donald Trump brought 2 rappers on the stage.
Here as well as rapper Chef G. Does everybody know Chef? Where is Chef G? Where is he? Come on up, fellas. Rapper Sleepy Hollow. Come on up here, fellas. How are you, man? Hey. Oh, I like that. I want to get that done.
President Trump.
Face
Oh,
up here,
man.
please.
One thing I want to say.
4 more years.
One thing I want to say. They always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Thank you, fellas.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. That's where I like those teeth. I want to find out where you did. I got to get my teeth like that. I want that to happen to
White
me.
teeth. Yeah. How you like that? This is pretty amazing what's going on here. It's like the perspective of the people has completely changed overnight. In the process of persecuting Donald Trump, you turn him into a hero. And now he's become unstoppable. And the people are supporting him like they've never done before. Black people are supporting Trump somebody. Like what? I mean, we did not see this one coming.
I'm voting for Joe Biden because of all of the great things he did for Black America in just 3 years. He funded an executive order to research why Black women have a higher mortality rate during childbirth. He funded opportunity zones in minority neighborhoods so that more Black and brown people can create small businesses. He passed prison reform that reversed unjust sentences, and over 5,000 Black men were released from prison. He historically funded the HBCUs more than any other president before him. He invited hundreds of Black people to the White House and had them pray over him. And that's why I'm voting for Joe Biden 2024. Oh, wait, that was President Trump. Joe Biden just funds wars.
You know, I've been talking about this for the past 2.5 years, man. We were called all kind of names, man. I mean, I used to read those comments. It was like, oh, you Uncle Tom, white supremacist, black face of white supremacist.
If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Stupid. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, well, it's common sense to vote for Donald Trump, yo. It's common sense to love a man who loves the country.
I thought these were outliers, but the Black person who is in support of Donald Trump, it's like I'm surrounded. And so many of them are Trump supporters. There are Black Trump supporters everywhere.
That's just common sense. Like when I was saying, yeah, Joe Biden is a joke. He's not really for the people. He is just working for those at the very top. He is just doing the work of the deep state. That's who he represents. He's a puppet being managed by the puppeteer. Oh, when you mentioned that and you say it for what it was, oh, you got all kind of name calls. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep talking because I know what I know, believe what I believe. And I don't mind being wrong when I'm wrong. But when I know I figure this thing out, listen, man, you're not going to move me. It's going to take a whole lot more to move me. And now the reality is in the faces of everyone. And every single one of us have to make a decision. Listen, I don't know if the people are going to vote for Biden at this time. It's really bad. The numbers are bad. Trump is just destroying him. And the perspective of the people has changed completely.
Did you ever expect Donald Trump to come to the South?
Not really. No, never. Nobody else, I think, had done this. I think it's a good thing. It doesn't matter who it is.
I think I definitely am surprised. I don't think I would have, expected him to come to the Bronx. So
actually, I think him being in the Bronx is pretty cool. So I was like, I'm gonna just go through and see. We were interested, so we took a walk over, and it's pretty cool to see the different diversity of people that came and are coming together for today.
That's what I was going to say. Have you ever gone to a Trump rally? Are you political at all? Or are you just curious about
No,
what's
I've
going
never
on?
been. I actually just came because he's in the Bronx.
I didn't expect it, to be honest, right here at Cortona Park in the South Bronx, but us people, we love Trump.
I don't know of any president that's ever come to the Bronx. Period.
Did you ever expect him to come here?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I'm so excited.
No, we never expected him to come here. But it's not like they say, not everybody dislikes him. We love him here and we're glad he showed up.
I think it's a good thing for the neighborhood. We all deserve to be here, whether we are from the left side or right side, doesn't matter. And plus, we need a little bit of, how you call it, a little bit of VIP attention.
CNN of all people had to admit that these rallies were true. The people that were there, yeah, they were true. They weren't bought and paid for. They weren't transferred here through buses.
Busing people in order to get those donations so that he can funnel them to his legal fees is kind of his business right now.
Oh, really?
No, these are real people who live in this area of the Bronx, and they are supporting Donald Trump, just as you see it.
What was the crowd like, and what kind of response did he get?
Well, certainly a bigger crowd than I think Democrats would like to see, particularly given this is one of the bluest counties in the entire country. Now, one of the things that was interesting to me is that the Trump campaign said that they were going to micro-target to get people from the community to come to this rally. I wasn't sure what to expect. I've gone to a lot of these rallies across the country, and there are often people who travel hundreds of miles to see Donald Trump, and they're not necessarily part of the community. However, one of the things that I found was that there were a lot of people here that were actually from the Bronx.
Yeah, I like how she said that, right? Not exactly what the Democrats would love to see, but that's exactly what they're seeing.
What are you here for?
I'm here to watch the Trump gathering rally here.
What do you think about him being here?
I think it's great. I think it's dope. From my generation, from what I know, this is the first time president has actually came to the hood. I know presidents have came to the Bronx before, but we're talking about Woodlawn, Riverdale. He has came to Morrisania, South Bronx, the hood. So I respect that.
And I love to see this because it goes to show you can't berate a group of people forever. You don't have control of the masses in a way that you think you do. This is the reality. And listen to this lady right here. Oh man, oh man. Her words were spot on.
Say is that we absolutely must take our country back. And look at this crowd of people, a diverse group of people. But what ties us all together is our love of country. Correct. And we have so many people here that escaped from communist countries. I'm a descendant of slaves. My people fought so hard. They fought in World War II, even when they had no more rights. My father was a drill instructor in the United States Marine Corps during the Korean War era. I have to stand up for my country. This is a beautiful and great country, and we have to stand up and save it right now.
All right, yeah.
Go for America. Let's go. We must. We must. Yes.
Amen. Hey, I came from Vietnam. I feel like I'm backed into it now. With Biden, we got to get rid of him. We can't turn into communism. Why is this happening? This is a scary country right now, and it used to be so great. Mm-hmm. Bring Trump back, please.
There we go.
Please.
Everything was super cheap on the Donald Trump, and now everything is super expensive. We can't even ride the MTA in peace.
Right. Yeah, you just go to Roosevelt Avenue or the Roosevelt Hotel. You see illegal immigrants everywhere. The subways are becoming super dangerous. I mean, it's just getting extensively ridiculous, and everybody's noticing, especially here in New York. You got the most crooked set of government here with Eric Adams, who swaps and goes back and forth on everything he does, and then he says, "Oh, we got to make things better for the migrants crisis going on over here." When you're the one who caused it, you're the one who called this a sanctuary city. You, Hochul, Letitia James, Alvin Bragg. All of you guys are scumbags, all of you. And what we saw under Trump was absolute success from every corner. The greatest numbers of black unemployment, the lowest rates of inflation. I mean, everything is going up right now. I got a big truck and my gas is going high as all hell, and that's under Biden. You had to see Pelosi the other day had to act like the Trump's presidency was going down. Meanwhile, the host said, yeah, but there was a pandemic, though, right? And they have to kind of lie to the people to make us think that this is what it is. But it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until we all find out what the truth is. Go ahead and put them in jail. Put them in jail and watch the persecuted people on.
Yeah, that reference he made to Nancy Pelosi.
In his term in office, Donald Trump has the worst record of job loss of any president. So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
No.
That was a global pandemic.
So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
He had the worst record of any president. We've had other concerns in our country. If you want to be an apologist for Donald Trump...
Got him! Got him!
has the worst record of job loss of any president. So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
If you want to be an apologist for Donald Trump, that...
It turned out that it was true. It was the pandemic. You shut down the economy, and then when the jobs were gone missing, and you blame him. You've encouraged to shut down the economy. What would you have done differently? Would you have kept it shut down? You kept the economy shut down. People lose money. Not doing it, you would say, oh, you were the reason why people lost their lives. So it was like, get him coming or get him going. You still had this perspective, regardless of what Trump did during the pandemic. He was going to be guilty anyway. So people understand this, man. It's beautiful to watch the people waking up to the reality of things. Number one, I could see a number of things here. What's happening here is that what the enemy meant for evil, God turned it around for good. They had in mind this desire to get Trump no matter what. It turns out Trump now has gotten the love and the admiration and the support, even the vote of the people, even minority, as we are supposed to be calling them, minority group. Can we just say Americans? Anyway, but nevertheless, that's just what's going on. It's pretty amazing. Sometimes what you think is evil, set out to take you out, set out to do you wrong, it can actually work in your favor if you don't lose hope, you don't lose heart. The Bible also tells us in the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 28 that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are the called according to his purpose. In the book of Genesis also, the brother of Jacob had set out to get him in trouble, but it turned out the very plan that they had in mind went about to fulfill the very desire of God at the end. So they were like, okay, we're gonna sell our brother and get him in serious trouble. Yeah, you did, but ultimately you ended up working out God's purpose. So what I'm trying to say is that what many from the left do not realize, in the way that they're going after Donald Trump, they may not realize they might be doing God's will. Ultimately is going to lead to the position where God will have him to be, and the success that they never intended to take place might end up happening in Trump's favor. And I don't think anybody was ready for this. But I will say one more thing. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And the reason I say this is because Trump's presidency and the works that he has actually achieved and left behind, it speaks for itself.
Do you miss me? They miss me. They miss me. I know. They look at their bad ratings and they're saying, we miss this guy.
So even though people want to tell us to hate Trump, he's a dirty, bright supremacist, listen, his work is speaking loud and clear. Because of the fact Biden's administration is failing so bad, people can look back now and remind themselves of what Trump has done, and they remember things were much better. Bring him back. Bring him back. Yeah, when he was in office, you told us he was a bad man, an evil man. You talk about character, but Trump was also talking about real things that matters. He was addressing real issues. He was really trying to fix the economy. He was really going about these unelected bureaucrats that are out to destroy our society, these supposed communists and fascists who are working behind the scenes. We've never voted for these people. We've never elected these people. They are self-appointed who are determined to destroy the country. Well, these people were able to discern that. Trump was going after them. So guess what? His work is now speaking loud and clear when he is not in a position of leadership. And now we see the corruption that is coming through the Biden administration. We can discern that, and we can make a comparison between good and evil we can make a better decision. And this is what's happening now. So look how this thing is all being played out. What they meant for evil, God meant it for good, ultimately is working out God's purpose at the end, even though you don't have to agree with everything that Trump does. I don't. That doesn't necessarily mean his presidency wasn't better than the guy we have in office now.
Yep, upstairs. Careful, careful. You know how you are with stairs. Okay, that podium, yes. Walk forward, say hi to the general, and stop. And stop. Where are you going? Not that general. Oh my God. Joe, go back to the podium. Joe. Oh my God, this is so awkward. These poor cadets. Joe, to the podium. Could you? Yeah, thank you. Direct him to the podium, please. Come on. There you go, old man. Get up there. No, the podium, you idiot. Where are you going? Oh, God. You know, I hope something happens to you later.
A few moments later.
All right, go ahead and walk off the stage now, Joe. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened? Did someone push you? Invisible stairs? Where? There's nothing there, Joe!
And something has to be done eventually. Anyway,